Well, hello everybody. How are we all doing? I know it seems like forever since I've done anything, and I do apologise for that. But that's the whole reason behind this video. I wanted to do this video a while ago, but it's been a bit crazy. Now, I have put a couple of posts out on my Discord and YouTube as well, just kind of explaining some things that have been happening. So it has been really hectic. I'll start off, it's not going to be in any order because I don't even know what day it is. But we've been trying to sell our property for quite some time. We had an offer back in, I think it was November, which we accepted, and we were very excited. So we started getting the ball rolling. We found a property that we really liked. We wanted to go for it. We started the proceedings. Luckily, we hadn't spent any money on solicitors or anything like that. And the lady pulled out that wanted to buy our property. So that was a bit annoying and frustrating. And that kind of been that's kind of been a little bit stressful. Obviously, going through the process, if you've bought and sold properties before, I don't know, it might differ in different countries. See what I mean? I'm all over the place. Very sleep deprived at the moment as well. But it might be different in different countries. But over here, you go through all the solicitor things, and you got to start doing little packs and do this and write this down, and it gets annoying. And then for someone to pull out, it's just So we're kind of back to square one. Still haven't sold it. It's still on the market. And we've actually reduced the price recently as well. But last week I think I did it. So still not sold that. So that's all been very frustrating. My work has been ridiculously crazy and busy. My boss has been getting jobs for us like miles away from home. So I live down near Southampton. So if you know the UK, I live right down the bottom of the UK. And we've been working up in Coventry and that's up round near like Birmingham where Llama was. So actually when Llama was going on, I was closer to the Llama where I was working than I was actually at home. So that was really frustrating, and apologies that I had no show there. But again, everything just all got out of hand and it was just all too much. Forgive me if I'm looking everywhere because I've got my camera right in front of me, but the screen's actually just there on the monitor, so I keep flicking between the two. But yeah, everything's been really crazy, so I do apologise, and that's the reason why lack of content. Moving forward, I'm not quite sure what to do and what I am going to do. I'm not quitting or anything like that. I've had people ask me about that. Have I given up? No, I haven't given up at all. But I kind of have, I've mentioned as well before, I kind of lost my mojo a little bit, and I think that's down to FS25 itself. And I know I'm not the only one that feels and has felt like that, because I've spoken to some of the bigger YouTubers that we all know kind of thing, and they've said similar things to me. But obviously for some of them it is their job, so they've carried on with it because they have to, etc. So I'm not saying I've slacked off as well because of that, but it has been a bit of a factor where I've just found it hard to motivate myself, because for starters, not having a lot of time to do the content is hard enough as it is, and then to try and motivate yourself to play a game that's a little bit still in my eyes broken in places, it's kind of just been I don't know. And I really loved FS19 because that's where I started, and 22, but 25 I've just been struggling to get into it. I think there's some really good maps out now, and there's some awesome mods. I mean, if it wasn't for the modders, I think the game would be pretty dead, if I'm honest. And I don't mind Giants listening to that and hearing that, because that's my honest opinion, and I'm allowed an honest opinion. But it's not really done it that much for me. But again, I'm not going to give up because I do like playing the game. It's just been kind of hard as well, like, because obviously I do map tours, or I did do map tours, and to try and motivate yourself to get that going, because some map tours take absolutely forever to set up and to do them how I want to do them and how I feel, you know, I would get more info over to people by doing them. It takes a long time to prep and record and edit and everything like that, so I just really at the moment haven't got the time for that. And I know that sounds bad, but I'm just being honest. You know, I want to give you an update on what's been happening, etc. So I feel with the 2 series that I have going, the Brazil one and Saxlungham, I feel that it's probably been too far gone between now and the last episodes, because some of them I can't even remember what happened in the previous episode, you know, the last episode where I finished off. So I think I will probably leave them. I know it's not a very good way to end a series. The Brazil one I kind of was just trying to get through, and I was just wanted to play on that map, and then I was going to move on to something else. Saxlungham, it was never really going to be a really long series. It was just going to be kind of like a short series, taking over grandfather's farm and building it up, and just not anything huge, but just getting it all up and running again, and then moving along, just to do a little bit of role playing, because I quite enjoyed doing role play in 19 and 22 as well, if you watched any of my earlier videos. And yeah, I just feel that it's gone too far now for them, so I do apologise, but I don't think it would be right to just pick up and carry on with either of them. So, in Saxlungham as well, I didn't have any set story planned out. You know, I hadn't written things down. It was kind of just, I was going to make it up as I go along kind of thing, because I had a few ideas in my head, and I thought, oh yeah, I could do that on one episode, and then that would be a bit further down the line. So it's kind of like that. So I had that going on in my head. But then obviously work started getting mad, and some mornings I know it's not a lame excuse, because I know some people do it, and I know some people will wake up earlier than me, but sometimes I was getting up at 4:30 in the morning to then go to work, and then come home nearly doing like 12 hours and just being absolutely shattered. And also where I've been working away quite far, like when I was driving, well, I was driving back, we were sharing the driving, me and my work colleague, but it was on a good run 2.5 hours. So if you're a driver, you know how much that can take it out of you. And I was always driving home, so I'm already knackered, or tired should I say, by the end of the day. And then I've got to drive home, and it's like you get home and you're like then obviously you have your dinner, and then it's like I just want to sit down now. So the last thing I wanted to do, or be doing, was sat in front of a screen, half asleep, being half-hearted recording, because that will come across to you guys, and it's just not fair on that, because I don't want to put out poor content. I want to try and put out the best content I can. So that's kind of most of what's been happening. And there's something else as well that I will touch on in a moment. But also, I was going to do a separate video on this, and I've spotted them whilst I was setting up this, because I thought I'll show them off. So last year I got sent some really cool things from YouTube. I think I signed up for their partner perks or something like that. So I do apologise if you can see any junk behind me, because this is our spare room, and it's a little bit of a, not a junk room, but we kind of chuck a few things in. But yeah, partner perks, that came like that, this cool little box, a little box like that, and then I opened that, there's a little clapperboard, and I thought that's really cool. How cool is that? Take one. Comes with a little pen as well. There's a pen in there. I don't know if you can see that. So I was going to do like a sort of, I don't know, unboxing kind of thing, maybe on my phone. But I thought, why we've got the mic, video, camera, whatnot set up, I will do that. And also they sent something else and asked about a jacket. You had to give your size of what you wanted. Now I didn't know what jacket they meant or what it was going to be, but this turned out, and I thought, do you know what, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I'm a big fan of these kind of tracksuit tops, and it's got zips as well. I love the zips for the pockets, and I'm a big fan of these, and I'm more of a fan of the ones that are kind of retro looking, and I just feel with the colours they've got, I mean, it's not amazing quality, but it is pretty good, and it was free. So, and you got a little, where are we going? I'm getting mixed up with the camera now. It's on that one, isn't it? You got the YouTube logo on that, and then also at the top on the back you got a YouTube logo like that. I just thought that's really cool. I'll have some of that. So yeah, I thought I'd show that off. So that was some cool things that I got free from YouTube as being one of their partner perks. So very cool. I don't know if any of you guys remember seeing, but I did get this. That was the start of it, I think, and there was some M&Ms with the YouTube logo on them, or in that tin, which is obviously gone, been demolished pretty early on, the M&Ms. But yeah, that's where we're at with the channel, and like I say, I'm not going to give up. I will be back. I will be doing some things. And I'm kind of thinking, I mean, I could put it to you guys as well, what you think. I was thinking of maybe bringing back the Struggle is Real series, go for series 2, because that's a series that I could do and kind of be like slow paced. So if I did a little bit here, and then even if it was a week or two between the next episode, hopefully you guys would be all right with that. And then it's not, I don't know, it's not so demanding, so to speak, like the map tours would be, or another series, you know, etc. like that. So I was thinking maybe just doing something like that, so just get on and be able to play the game and mess around, and then I can sort of build up from nothing, create my own sort of farm, map, area, etc. like that. So let me know your thoughts on that as well. But I don't think I could fully commit to a full-on proper series, if that makes sense. I know that doesn't really make sense, because I've kind of said I'm going to start the Struggle is Real series, but I'm hoping you know what I mean by that. So it's just kind of, it felt like a more laid back, relaxed approach when I did that series. So I'm thinking that might be the way forward, and then I can just come on and potter around on the FS25 and go from there. So we'll be back doing some things as and when, or else I could just come on and just do some random videos playing on a map, but I don't feel like that would be that great, and you know, it's not really going to be very entertaining for you guys. So it'd be nice to start something out afresh. Maybe I might be able to get a little bit of my mojo back with it. I have been watching some of my usual people that I watch, and so I've been keeping up with what's been going on in FS25 videos and sort of different maps that are coming out, mods and things like that. So I am watching some people. I haven't always commented. I know I'm bad for that, but I'm normally watching later at night when I'm in bed. So once I've finished the video, telly's off, and I forget to comment then, which is bad, I know. So I do apologise, but I am watching as well. Now, there's one more thing before I go. Sorry to drag it on. Hopefully you're still watching. I just thought it'd be something different to do this, like a channel update. One more thing I'm going to show you, and I will be back. Just bear with me. And here we are, and this is another reason why content has been very slack. We've had another baby. And here he is. There's another boy, so we've got 2 boys now. Can't wait for all the fighting and arguments. But he's literally, today I'm filming this. I'm hoping you guys will see this today as well. So it's Friday. Is it the 6th, I think? He was literally born last Friday, early hours of the morning over here, 1:50 in the morning. So he's only a week old. Say hello. So yeah, we've had another baby, and that's been absolutely crazy. I'm just going to go and pop him back because he was asleep, and I think I've disturbed him now. So bear with me again, I will be back. Right, I'm back. So yeah, we've had another baby. We kind of kept that one a little bit low key, just because we didn't want to plaster it all over Facebook and things like that, what we did with the first one. So we only told a few sort of close friends and obviously our families as well. So that's been quite challenging in the last week. I'm off on paternity leave at the moment. I've had this week off, I'm off next week, and I've also booked the following week off as holiday. So I've got 2 more weeks off of work. So it has been very challenging because we're having to wake up every sort of 3 hours to feed him. So we're both struggling for sleep at the moment. But there you go. But again, it's been very tough because also my wife, while she was pregnant, she was diagnosed with gestational diabetes. And if you're not aware what that is, it's a type of diabetes that obviously women get during pregnancy, which is very odd. And because of that, we've had to have regular growth scans to check the baby's not getting too big. He was starting to get a little bit bigger for sort of like the age that it was inside her tummy. And also my wife, bless her, I really feel sorry for her because she went through it as well with our first one, not the diabetes but another thing. And she was having to do like a skin prick test. She was having to do one of them in the morning, and then before and after every main meal during the day, so breakfast, lunch, dinner. Then it got dropped down because they were really pleased with her. I think it was Christmas Eve they phoned her and talked through with her about it, and they said, it looks like you're controlling it, you've got it under control, so really pleased with that, so you can drop it down. So she was just doing one in the morning and then one after her main meal, which was pretty good. But like I say, we've had to have a lot of regular growth scans. So I was having to sort of take time off work to go through that as well. And then it's really weird because as soon as our baby was born, it's just disappeared. But she has got to have another regular sort of updates, checks and things like that. So in 3 months' time, she's got to go and have her blood sugars and that checked. But they checked them immediately after the baby was born, and they said, yeah, you're absolutely fine. It's just very odd. And like I say, she never had that with our first one, but it's very strange. But she was quite concerned because there is history of diabetes in her family, which obviously can affect it going forward for you in the future. So we've had all that on top of us as well. So it's not been great, so to speak. And again, I don't want to do this as a sympathy video, or don't want you to show pity on me, because I know there's thousands of people out there that are absolutely far worse off than what we are. But I'm just trying to give you an update that, you know, it's not been easy. That's why content's been a bit hit and miss, because obviously I've been really busy with things like that. So, but there we go. So you now all know we do have another child, so I am going to be very tired, I expect, over the next few months, I guess. I don't know. And I will see you hopefully very soon with some form of content. But let me know your thoughts if you've got any ideas of how I could sort of plod along doing some videos and things like that, just to get some content out for you guys, really. But I mean, I haven't even been able to, I've literally I turned the PS5 on to set all this up to record, because I'm doing it all through that, and that's the PlayStation camera there. And because I haven't put my PS5 on for a long time, it's done a system update, so I was like, great. So I had to wait for that to happen. But yeah, let me know your thoughts if you've got any ideas and things like that. Love to see your ideas, hear them, or just if you want to comment anything, that's absolutely fine. You know, I'll always respond. But that's where we are for now, guys. And like I say, I will be back. I'm not quitting. It's taken me a long time and a lot of effort to get this channel up to where it is. I know I'm not classed as a massive YouTube channel, but I don't care really. I'm extremely proud of how far I've come and the amount of subscribers I've got. I wouldn't even expected to get that amount when I first started, and you know, I'm in regular contact with a lot of you guys as well, which is great. I've made some awesome friends through it. Some people that I've never met as well, and I probably never will meet because of the different countries and things like that. But it's just been fantastic, and you know, I don't want to give up on that, and I'm not going to give up on that. But it just might mean that I'm a little bit slower and, you know, not as regular kind of thing. That sounds really bad, doesn't it? Maybe I should eat more fibre if I want to be more regular. But anyway, I shouldn't say things like that. That's sorry, I do apologise. We're going off track now. But there we go. That's where we're at. So I hope you stick with me, guys, and stay subscribed, because I will be doing more in the future as we move forward. But I thank you so much for lasting this long. I have dragged it on a little bit, but it was good to let it all out, because again, I've been building that up, and I've, like I said at the start, I wanted to do this video a long time ago, so I'm glad it's out now and I've told all you guys, and there we go. So I will see you very soon, and thank you so much for watching. But remember, as always, stay frosty.